Good morning, friends, family, and followers. Today we are going to plant blueberry bushes. I am going to be using the Deere 2025R to dig myself a trench for blueberries, use it for the mulch, use it for everything. The tractor is extremely easy to operate. So we're going to show you kind of what it can do today, but also we're going to focus on the fact that we're planting blueberries. As a friend of mine accurately described me as geeking out on where we would put the blueberries, I will have to first tell you all the places that we didn't put them. So place number one that we decided not to put the blueberries was right next to the garden. If you know anything about blueberries, they like the acidic soil, and your garden doesn't actually. Most of your garden likes a neutral-ish soil. So putting it right next to the garden, we would be fighting one way or another. We'd be fighting whatever was next to each other. So we decided not to put it next to the garden. Option number two was to put it along the highway. We have a beautiful two-post fence that we could put it along, but we recently removed a bunch of old, outdated hedge there, and so it would have taken a lot of effort to put the soil in a good place for us to put the blueberries there. So we decided not to do that. The third place is really close to the final destination, so I'll show you where the third place was. It's basically in front of a brick wall right in front of my home. We first decided that this would be wonderful because blueberry bushes grow about 6 feet tall, and you could pick the very top blueberries by standing on this wall and the very bottom blueberries by standing in the path. So I'll show you where this is. This brick wall would have been a prime place to put the blueberries. However, as you can see, there's a bush that starts this path, and then all the way down it, there is a lot of green kind of popping up. There's some right there. You can see where I've transplanted some. And then down here, you can see where there's just a lot of things that are growing right here. See them there? Coming back from what we have cleared over the winter time. Now, when we picked up this property, it had been vacant for a while. So it was very hard to tell what was weed and what wasn't weeds. And so what we decided to do was we would mow it all down. And whatever came back in the spring, we would be grateful for and we would keep it. That being said, not a lot had come back just yet because it's super early spring. So all of our spring-loving plants had come. As spring has moved on, more has popped up, and my daughter has called it the surprise garden. So we just simply couldn't rip up the soil there because we are enjoying the surprise flowers of the surprise garden. So in the next section, I will show you exactly where we decided to plant them, which is basically on the other side of the path. And so what we had is I had my helper, Dennis, walk the path that we take down and around to our garden and to our deck on the back side and east side of our property.
So this is the John Deere 2025R, and on the back here I have what is called a middle buster, pulling a row through the left-hand side of my path. And what you see here is I'm making a third pass. The first pass kind of broke up all of the roots. The second pass really made it a little bit deeper, and then this pass is taking me all the way down to the subsoil. What's really great about this little tractor is that as I come to the end here, I'm able to lift up my forks and make a really tight turn right at the end so that I don't have to run over my hydrangeas here because I love those. And so I can make this teeny tiny turn here and I'm good to go.
What do you think?
It's very cool.
So in this trench, my daughter and I mixed mostly peat moss, some compost, and a little bit of the natural soil, and we planted these beautiful blueberry bushes in the trench with all three of those components. We had a great time putting these in the dirt, and the finished product was a little bit of pine bark, a little bit of compost on top to hold the moisture in on the top, and really just define this path really nicely.